Friday prayer is a only mandatory prayer that must be performed in congregation. Muslims should be, men and women, should be in a state of ritual purity. And also the second requirement is that the place must be clean. So Muslims can pray anywhere, on campus, in the market, in the mall, in the street, in the park, in their homes. The only condition is that the place where they are praying in must be clean.
In Arabic, it's called the wudu, but in English, the translation is the ablution. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's technically you washing your hands, face, and feet, and other parts of your body just to make sure that you are clean before you go into a mosque.
Believers or Muslims should have the same mentality. They should clean their hearts from inside. No jealous, no illness, no hatred for other people, and also the outside as a mirror for the person to reflect what you have inside you.
So the physical setup of the mosque differs geographically speaking and also culturally speaking. The one thing that all mosques have in common is the direction of prayer. All Muslims have to face Mecca, or as I like to call it, the black box in Saudi Arabia, the Kaaba. We all have to face over there when we pray, and the direction of that is northeast. So that's one thing in common you'll notice in any mosque that you end up anywhere in the world.
The first mosque built, there was no partition separating men and women. Islamic tradition is that in congregational prayers you have the imam, you have men, and then during Prophet Muhammad time, and then children, and then women there. People sometimes have separate room for women, or this huge partition. That's not really a requirement. They can pray in the same space, just with the same order that happened during Prophet Muhammad time: men first, children, and then women.
How it's set up is you have the imam, who is the religious leader at the mosque, give a sermon pertaining to some kind of topic. So if it's during the time of Hajj, he'll talk about the significance of Hajj. If it's during Ramadan, which is the holy month that Muslims fast in, he'll talk about the significance of Ramadan. So typically there's a theme that they try to follow at every sermon that the religious leader gives. And then after the sermon, there's a prayer where everyone gets to pray together. And Friday prayer is you praying, but also if you want to ask God for something, you can ask during that time because it's considered to be sacred.
Everybody should work hard to worship God and to perform His command, and not to judge other people, but to when they asked Him for help, He's supposed to respond to them. When they asked Him to do something good for the community or for the society, they have to come together and do something good for their community or their society.
Prayers, basically, help Muslims to enjoy doing good and help them, to stop doing bad things. So if someone is, let's say, lying, or let's say cheating in his work, or let's say misbehave, in a terrible way, that he's not really fulfilling his prayer in a right way. Because the ultimate objective of prayer too, benefit of prayer is to help him behave in a righteous way and in a very devout way.
Friday will remind mankind that they have to come back again to their real home in paradise. This is the main, because the day of resurrection, it will be on Friday. The day of judgment, it will be on Friday. And when people try to do bad actions, they have to remind themselves, we have to go back. We will stand in front of God one day, and He will ask us about our actions.